Since 2017, the University of Illinois Veterinary Teaching Hospital has been teaming up with the Illinois Police Academy to train first responders who are working with dogs. Here with more in today's Forever Family is Dr. Caroline Tonozzi. Hi, Caroline.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
All right. So this is not something I ever would have thought of, but it's very, very necessary. Police officers who have dogs with them probably need to know how to take care of them in a case of an emergency, and that's where you step in.
Yes. We started in 2017 with a training program for the Illinois State Police dog handlers to try to prepare them for the most likely scenarios in illness and injury. So in the case that there's no veterinarian readily available, or if there was a catastrophic injury, that they could try to manage that until they could get them to the hospital.
And so you hold training sessions. I think they've somewhat been over Zoom recently, right, for these guys?
I guess so. We weren't able to do it last year just because of the logistics of what we have to present. So this year it was in person. We had to spread out the different officers. It was a lot smaller groups, less hands-on than it's been in the past due to social distancing and things.
Well, you don't need to train me specifically, but I am curious, like, what are some of the things that you have to go through so that these officers know, again, what to do? They're thinking about so many different things on the scene, but obviously if their animal is hurt, they've got to be able to do something.
Sure. First thing is recognizing when an emergency occurs. Secondly, knowing what's where to look on their animal and what changes to expect. The injuries and illness that we most likely would encounter, like heat-related illness, like on a day like today, hemorrhage, like wounds, things like that. They can experience bloat with the type of breed that these dogs are, trauma, things like that. So giving them specific cues and what to look for, when it would happen, what to do, and then lastly, things like how to do CPR on their dog.
There's so many things that an officer has to be thinking about, and a canine officer just has one additional or several additional things to concentrate on. I don't mean this to be a silly question. Is there a mouth-to-mouth, mouth-to-snout thing with the dog? Like, how, if that kind of emergency happens, what are we doing?
Hopefully we'll have, they would have a kit that has a face mask in there with and we would use an ambu bag like you would in a person. You would fit the mask over their snout, and then with two different people, one would be doing the chest compressions, the other would be doing the hand bagging with the ambu bag.
And in the field, it's a whole different thing. Like if a dog comes to you at the clinic, you have everything you need on hand. These guys, if they have a squad car and are out of the field, what types of things do they need to have with them, or do they already have with them that you're now having to sort of jerry-rig to use an animal?
A lot of the things that they have in their individual first aid kits would carry over from animal to human and human to animal. Things that are important would be like, we call it vet wrap, or like an ACE bandage type thing, quick clot, hemostats, a muzzle for the dog. That they can carry, and they have these little kits that zip up that they can carry in the squad car, and they can carry to the dog if they need to. Plus some of the, I showed them some of the things that are in those kits that they probably already have in their car to use on people. And if they did have a first responder or an ambulance, what they could use in the ambulance for the dog.
Well, it's, again, one of those things that I never would have thought of needing to be thought of, but I'm certainly glad you guys did. How are other things going at the Veterinary Teaching Hospital these days? Are you guys busy? Is it slowed down in the summer? How does that work?
We've been pretty busy. COVID didn't stop that, so we've been just like a lot of hospitals in the country. We've been keeping up. So we haven't quite slowed down yet, so maybe this fall.
You're like, I feel like I am, and probably everybody else is like, oh, the next season will be our slow season. The next season, and it never seems to show up.
Right. It's been an interesting experience with, people adopting a lot of animals, being at home, how that's manifested in vet med.
Well, thank you for doing what you're doing for our officers and for the community. It's good to have you here.
No problem.
We will get you more details if you'd like them on our website. Pretty simple to find. All you need to do is check out CILiving.tv.